Islets is a beautifully hand-painted metroidvania with charming characters, fun new gameplay mechanics and a very wholesome narrative. You play as Aiko, a very brave mouse that is determined to reunite the islands so everything will be back to how it used to be. In order to achieve this, Aiko has to activate all the island's magnets, so they will stay connected to each other. But getting to these magnets will not be so easy as you would expect. There are a lot of enemies to fight, a lot of puzzles to solve, and a decent amount of bosses that will try to stop you. What I really liked about this game, and what distinguishes it from other Metroidvanias I have played, is the activation of the magnets. In the beginning you only have a small map to discover, but later on, when you have the ability to fly your airplane and have reached other islands and after some challenges have activated the magnets, the world map becomes bigger and bigger. And eventually it becomes one giant interconnected world with new small areas between the border of two islands. It felt like completing one giant puzzle, and seeing it grow over time and getting the possibility to traverse through the map quicker and quicker was such a joy to experience, and it made exploring and backtracking very fun. What I also really enjoyed were these optional upgrades you can collect. Instead of giving you a default upgrade, you can choose between 3 options. I was always looking forward to see what kind of choices I would get, and this really motivated me to explore every nook and cranny. Not every upgrade was useful to have, and sometimes even all 3 choices weren't that great, but that's okay. I thought it was a very clever addition, and I really appreciated this design choice. And don't forget the addition of the airplane. It was a nice change of pace. Flying around, exploring and discovering new areas and meeting all these quirky characters in the sky was very wholesome. And the boss fights while in your airplane were also very well done and enjoyable. They were like challenging but fun bullet hell levels, and I didn't expect such gameplay in a Metroidvania. The gameplay on land was also very enjoyable, but not groundbreaking, sadly. There were some nice new abilities, like these arrows that will leave a cloud trail for you to walk on, or these teleport arrows that really reminded me of Aeterna Noctis. But there were only a few instances you had to apply these abilities. The level design was decent, but a lot of challenges just required a bit of precise platforming from you, and not the usage of these cool new abilities, and this is very noticeable during the boss fights. Most of them can be defeated by just spamming your normal sword attacks and your default arrows. And especially if you spend your money on upgrading your strength. This is my only complaint about this game. Its use of new abilities is too sporadic. But when you have to apply them, it's a lot of fun. So in general, Islets really impressed me with some creative design choices, like reuniting all the islands to make one big island, the addition of the airplane and the optional upgrade choices. The art style and the overall presentation is also very well done and elevated the general experience. The bosses didn't require that much strategy, and the implementation of the new abilities could have been a bit better, sadly. But that doesn't take away the fact that I really had a good time with this game. I highly recommend Islets if you are looking for another solid and very polished Metroidvania to add to your library. It really managed to charm me with all its fun features. It just oozes with personality. So be ready to travel to all these gorgeous islands full of their own environments and lore and activate all their magnets so they will become one giant island once more.